Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over 10 things that you should own before hitting level 100 in Grand Theft Auto Online. Some of the things on this list are going to be businesses, some are going to be vehicles that will help you along your journey, and everything on this list is going to help to make GTA Online just a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and get started with number 10. At number 10 we have the Buzzard Attack Chopper coming in at $1,750,000. Now the Buzzard is one of the best tools for early game players to make a ton of money relatively easily. The start to Grand Theft Auto Online is by far the most grueling and awful part of the whole game, but it's also the most fun, and having a vehicle that you can spawn in right beside you at all times when you're registered as a VIP that also has weaponry is very useful. The Buzzard has free fire and lock-on homing missiles, as well as some of the most high damaging machine guns in the entire game. You can use the Buzzard to make you a ton of money by spamming missions like Headhunter, Hostile Takeover, and Sightseer in the early game through the VIP work menu. Now a lot of people are going to say, don't buy the Buzzard, just buy the Kasatka with the Sparrow. The difference between the Buzzard and the Kasatka with the Sparrow is the Kasatka itself takes $2.2 million just for that, and then an additional almost $2 million for the Sparrow as well. So the Buzzard is way cheaper, and you can spawn it right beside you through the CEO menu, which is very useful. Overall, I would say get the Buzzard over the Sparrow. Next up at number 9, we have one of the best businesses in the game, and this is the Acid Lab. It's particularly good if you play alone, and it will semi-passively make you money very quickly once you have the equipment upgrade unlocked for it. You can also name your acid product for an additional 5% bonus on your sale price, which is pretty awesome. Now how you get the Acid Lab is by completing the first dose missions from the Los Santos Drug Wars DLC. You'll get paid decently well for completing these missions initially, and then you're going to need to do 10 Dax Fooligan missions to unlock the equipment upgrade, which are a pain in the ass, but once you've done all of them, you're going to earn quite a bit of money, and you're going to get the equipment upgrade for the Acid Lab. All total, the Acid Lab is going to cost you $1 million, $750,000 for the Acid Lab itself, and $250,000 for the equipment upgrade. Once you have this, you have a very solo-friendly business, and it can make you a ton of money, which is going to help you to buy some of the things that are ahead on this list. Let's go ahead and talk about number 8. At number 8, we have the CEO office and cargo warehouse. Now, owning a CEO office will allow you to register as a CEO instead of a VIP, which doesn't really matter. It used to cost you money to register as a VIP, but now you can just register for free anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But with the CEO office, you can start an export mixed goods mission from your front desk in your CEO office, which will pay you $50,000 for a 3-minute mission, which is very easy. Now you also get access to vehicle cargo and CEO cargo through the CEO office. I would recommend going for cargo. I don't really recommend vehicle cargo. I think it's an inefficient business, but if you want to try it out, feel free, just try to do CEO cargo first. Now with the cargo warehouse, you can make a ton of money, and it will take a bit of time, but once you start, you're going to pay it off really fast. Now you can own between 1 and 5 CEO cargo warehouses. I would always recommend to go for large warehouses. Just save up the extra money and get the large warehouse. It will pay off in the long run. It's going to allow you to do way more sourcing missions and sell one time for a much larger profit. A CEO cargo warehouse, if you're purchasing the crates yourself and filling it up from your CEO office, it's going to cost you $666,000, but the full large warehouse will sell for $2,220,000, which is pretty nuts. That's triple what you're putting into it. So definitely look into the CEO office and the CEO cargo warehouses. Those are going to make you a ton of money. Moving on to number 7, we have the farmhouse bunker coming in at $2,375,000. The bunker is one of the best and easiest businesses in the game, which is going to allow you to make semi-passive money while also being able to do research for upgrades on vehicles and weapons, as well as you can do ammunition deliveries, which operate similar to exporting mixed goods. They will pay you $50,000 for completing them, and all you're going to have to do is drive a weapons truck from your bunker to a random ammunition on the map. relatively easy. Now the farmhouse is easily the best location for your bunker. The Chumash bunker, which is located on the left side of the map, is also a good backup location, but if you can, I would always say to go for the farmhouse bunker because it makes life so much easier. You have a direct path to the city, and all of the sale mission locations are going to be closer to the farmhouse than any other bunker. Now this business works like many other businesses in online. You buy supplies for it, your workers make stock, and then you sell the stock for a profit. Now if you're wanting to make the most amount of money, I would recommend setting all of your staff on the bunker to the manufacturing side of things to maximize your profits and your efficiency for sure. With the equipment upgrade and the staff upgrade, the bunker will make you $210,000 worth of stock off of one $75,000 resupply, which is about $135,000 of profit every roughly 2 hours and 30 minutes, which is not bad. Coupled with some of the other businesses in the game, this is going to be a great way to earn some money. And number 6, for the first land vehicle that I'm recommending you guys to pick up, and really the only one that I'm recommending on this list, we have the Ocelot Virtue. Now this is going to cost you $2,235,000 up to $2,980,000 if you don't have the trade price. However, you can actually get this thing for absolutely free. And in fact, you're actually going to get paid to get the Ocelot Virtue. Now, it is an Omani Tech capable supercar that can be obtained for free by completing the first and last dose missions from the LS Drug Wars DLC. It's one of the fastest accelerating cars in the entire game and has the ability to add a armor upgrade, a missile lock-on jammer due to the Omani Tech, and oil slick mines which can be dropped behind the car, which will spin anyone who's pursuing you out. You get this car all for completing some missions and getting paid for doing them. There's absolutely nothing to not like about the Ocelot Virtue. It is a phenomenal car, and if you can get it for free, which you can, you absolutely should. Next up at number 5, we have the Fort Zancudo Hangar 3497. Now, the reason that I'm recommending the hangar to you is not only because it is a good thing to own, but it also grants you access to the military base without getting a wanted level. This is the cheapest hangar in Fort Zancudo, and it allows you to go straight through either the gates into the military base or fly over top of the military base while you're doing other things like sale missions for some other businesses where you're going to have to fly over top. It's going to save you a little bit of time as well. Now, the hangar business has also had a lot of improvements recently, making it an actual viable business to do in GTA Online. On top of this, it's also going to allow you to own a lot of aircraft and customize them as well, which is going to be very beneficial for you in the long run in your time in GTA Online. At number 4, we have the F-160 Raju, the new jet in Grand Theft Auto Online. This is going to cost you $5.1 million if you have the trade price, up to $6,800,000 if you don't have the trade price. I would not really recommend going for the trade price. It's not super worth it. Just buy it at the full price, honestly. Now, what's so good about the F-160 Raju? Well, it comes with more features than any other aircraft in the entire game. It has vertical takeoff and land as well as regular jet mode. It has a stealth mode, a dual explosive autocannon, homing missiles and non-homing missiles. It's also the fastest accelerating jet in the entire game, and it does have a very high top speed. And of course, you can customize the handling of the jet so you can make it exactly how you like. It truly is an absolutely insane piece of equipment to have in GTA Online, and it is by far the best vehicle in the entire game. Generally, I would say. It pretty much does it all. It's very good at PvP. It's very good against NPCs and stuff like that as well. Overall, just a great vehicle. Now moving on to number 3, we have the agency. This business will give you access to some of the best ways to earn money when you're starting out in the game. Firstly, it gives you access to security contracts, followed by the contract heist, as well as payphone hits and a completely passive safe, which will fill up with money over time. Now, the amount of money that the passive safe accrues for you every 48 minutes or every in-game day will depend on how many security contracts you've completed, maxing out at $20,000 every in-game day or every 48 minutes of real time. Now, payphone hits will pay you $85,000 upon completion and are usually relatively easy, and they will pay you that 85 grand as long as you do exactly what they say. The contract heist pays $1 million upon completion, and it is relatively easy to complete. Some people have got it down to a science, and they can actually complete it faster than Cayo Perico. Now, the security contracts themselves, which will also scale your daily safe income, will pay between $30,000 and $80,000 per security contract and are usually extremely easy. I would always recommend going for the recover valuables one, the hostage rescue, or the gang termination. Those are the three best contracts by far, I would say. And at number 2, we have the Kasatka submarine. Now, the Kasatka is your ticket to being able to make a good amount of money in Grand Theft Auto Online by doing the Cayo Perico heist over and over and over and over again. It'll pay roughly $1.3 to $1.7 million consistently, and the heist is relatively easy to complete. However, the replayability of this heist has been nerfed, and personally I find this heist extremely boring to redo it over and over again, which is why I haven't put it at number 1. Now, people are going to tell you in the comments to buy this first and worry about everything else later, but I personally think that buying the Kasatka first will burn you out of playing GTA Online super fast, which is why I advise against it. Imagine just going into the game, playing the same mission over and over and over and over again, buying some cars, and then you're just bored. And then you don't want to do it anymore, and then you just quit. That's why I don't recommend the Kasatka. I recommend starting out with some businesses and slowly working your way up. I think it's a lot more satisfying, and use the Kasatka as more of a late game thing if you want to make a good chunk of money very quickly. Now, as an honorable mention, we have the HSW Hakuchu Drag motorcycle. Now, this is obviously exclusive to those of you playing on the expanded and enhanced edition of Grand Theft Auto Online, but this thing can easily make you $350,000 every week in GTA Online for less than 10 minutes of your time. You can do the HSW time trial almost guaranteed, even if you are a terrible player, a terrible racer. It doesn't matter, this bike is so fast, you'll be able to complete the HSW time trial weekly, which will pay you $250,000. And you'll also be able to use this in the regular time trial and earn yourself an additional $100,000 every week as well. This is technically the fastest land vehicle in the game currently in terms of overall speed, not straight line speed, but for getting from point A to B as fast as possible through corners and things like that, you really cannot beat this bike. It's absolutely insane. But at number 1, of course, we have the best business in the entire game, and it is, of course, the nightclub. It will take you a lot of money and time to make this business as effective as possible at making you money. You're going to need to own a bunker, a hangar or CEO cargo warehouse, a coke lockup, a Breaking Bad laboratory, and a counterfeit cash factory. All 3 of those from the MC Clubhouse. With this and all the basement technicians and all the floors, you'll make millions of dollars completely passively. It will make you money while you're just doing other things in GTA Online in free mode. Now, on the legal and legitimate side of the nightclub, so long as your popularity is close to maxed out, you'll make $50,000 a day from the nightclub safe passively, and you can keep your popularity high by entering the nightclub in passive mode once every 48 minutes, and you'll always get the Kick Out Troublemaker event, which will increase your popularity back to full and pay you an additional $10,000. The business is very easy to run. Once you understand how it works, it truly is the best business in the entire game. Occasionally, people are going to say in the comments that the nightclub is so overrated and how did it take so much money, and don't listen to these people. Yes, it does take some time. Just don't be a quitter, don't be a whiner, and the nightclub is going to make you a ton of money. Anyway, guys, that is it for the 10 things that you should own in Grand Theft Auto Online before you hit level 100. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you found it useful, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.